Good morning, my friends. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about something that we call intervals in music. So, in previous lessons, we have talked about what exactly a melody is. So, a melody, we know, is the tune of a song. So, when you listen to a song, that part that gets stuck in your head is the melody, all right? So, a melody is made up of all these different notes, and when you play a note and then you play another note, there is a distance between those two notes, and that's called an interval. So before, we called intervals steps, skips, or leaps. And a leap can be anything that is 4 notes or more. So it can go from here to here, or it can go from here to here. And both of those would be considered leaps. So we can go into a little bit more detail and give all of those things an actual name besides just a step, a skip, a leap, or a repeated note. Let me give you some examples of some songs that use these intervals so that you can hear them in songs when you listen to music. You'll be able to identify them by singing these songs in your head. So the first one, the second, the major second, uses this song. So this, you could see that before. Now you can hear baby shark, doo 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 doo, baby shark, doo 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 doo, baby shark. So that first thing that you heard was that major second interval. Now going up to the major third, we can use this song. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. So going from there to there, those very first two notes you heard was that major third. Michael, Michael, and you can see that on the piano, 1, 2, 3, 3 notes. If I go to the next thing, which would be called a major, nope, it's not a major, it is a perfect fourth. I almost messed up. This is called a perfect fourth, okay? And a song, you probably just heard it in your head when I played those two notes. The song that uses that interval, okay, here comes the bride. Those first notes that you hear in that wedding march, here comes the bride, is that perfect fourth. Going up to the fifth now, not a major fifth, it's a perfect fifth. And I just played that a few times thinking that maybe somebody at home, you might hear the song that I'm about ready to refer to. And it is... Oops, I messed up. And it's that Star Wars theme. The very first two notes that you hear in that song is a perfect fifth. Bum, 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 bum. That's that perfect fifth. All right, going on up. We're out of the perfect name, and now we're calling them majors again. So this is a major sixth. And the song that uses that interval is My Bonnie lies over the ocean, my Bonnie lies over the sea. So those first two notes, again, are that major sixth. Okay? All right. Next one, major seventh. Okay, this one was kind of tough because I haven't really had to think about a song that uses a major seventh. But I realized the other day, I was humming a song in my head and I was like, oh my goodness, that's a major seventh. It's just part of a song, and I realized the other day that it uses this. So those first 4 notes, bum, 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 that is that major seventh. And if you don't know what that is, that's part of the Superman theme. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so that's that major seventh. Now, the very last one that we're going to talk about today, there are more. I can keep going all the way up here, but we're not going to get into that. So this is called the octave, okay? And we knew that this one was 7 notes apart. Now this one is 8 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's why it's called an octave, because of that prefix OCT in front of it. That usually refers to something that has 8. So like an octagon has 8 sides. So an octave is 8 notes apart. And a song that uses the octave is I'm going to play that again. Somewhere over the rainbow is that octave. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. All right. So we can take all of these intervals and we can mix them up and be able to come up with some really cool melodies. Now, the intervals, they don't just start from this note. And all the ones I did were going up or ascending. There are intervals that go down this way. All right, but we're not going to get into those just yet. It might be a long time before we get into those. So, but go to that virtual piano link that that is posted with your lesson and see if you can play around and come up with some different combinations of intervals. And when you do that, you might come up with something that sounds really cool, and that would be your own little melody. All right, and you don't have to start with right here. You can start here. All right, and just play something over and over again, and you might find something that you really, really enjoy. So until the next time I talk to you guys, I hope that you please remember to stay safe and have fun.